You speak English every day, just not out loud. There was a guy, quiet guy, smart guy. He studied English for years, not months, years. He watched videos. He read articles. He even took notes, real notes, in a notebook with a pen. He knew grammar rules most native speakers don't even know. He knew vocabulary, big words, useful words, words that fit perfectly in sentences. He was ready. He thought he was ready. One day, a simple moment happened. Nothing big, just a normal day at work. A colleague walked up to him, looked at him, and asked, "Hey, what do you think about this idea?" That's it. That was the whole question. Simple, normal, nothing scary. And he knew the answer. He had the perfect sentence already built, right there, right inside his head. He could see it. He could feel it. The words were all there, lined up, waiting. But when he opened his mouth, something smaller came out, something weaker. A few broken words, a short nod, a soft, "Yay, I think it's good." That's it. Not the full sentence, not the real answer, just something small, something safe. And that night, lying in bed, he replayed the whole moment. And in his head, he answered perfectly. Full sentences, clear voice, confident, natural. In his head, he nailed it. That guy is you. Maybe it's me too. You answer questions every day in your head perfectly. You have full conversations while walking alone, while sitting in traffic, while eating by yourself, while lying in bed at night staring at the ceiling. Long conversations, real conversations with people who aren't even there. And in those conversations, you sound fluent. You sound confident. Your sentences are clean. Your timing is right. Your words come out exactly how you want them to. In your mind, you sound incredible. But in real life, someone says something simple. A coworker, a stranger, someone you meet for the first time, and they ask you something easy, something you already know. You already answered it in your head 3 seconds ago, perfectly, but your mouth doesn't move, or it moves, but something different comes out. Something smaller than what you planned, weaker than what you prepared. And in that moment, you feel it, that small drop in your chest, that quiet frustration. Why didn't I just say it? You know why? Because in your head, there's a whole fight happening every single time. The moment your brain says, "Speak," another part says, "Wait, say it." No, not yet. Okay, now say it. Wait. Is that the right word? Say it better. Not like that. Rephrase it. Start again. Make it cleaner. Make it sound more natural. Okay. Now, there is at pernant. Silence. The moment is gone. And you're standing there, nodding, pretending, waiting for the conversation to move on. You don't practice speaking. You practice thinking about speaking. Read that again. You don't practice speaking. You practice thinking about speaking. And those two things feel the same. They feel exactly the same from the inside. That's the trap. That's the real problem. Because when you're having that conversation in your head, your brain feels busy. Your brain feels productive. It feels like you're doing something. It feels like improvement. It feels like practice. But your mouth is silent. Your voice is not moving. No one is hearing you. And the real muscle, the one that actually speaks, is not being trained, not even a little. Think about it like this. Imagine someone who wants to get stronger. They want to build muscle. So every day they sit on their couch and they think about lifting weights. They visualize it. They plan the workout in their head. They imagine the movement. They imagine the effort. They imagine how it will feel every single day, but they never touch the weights. After 6 months, are they stronger? No, nothing changed because thinking about lifting is not lifting, and thinking about speaking is not speaking. Your mouth is the muscle, and you're not using it. Your head is safe. In there, nobody hears you. Nobody waits for you to finish. Nobody looks at your face when you lose the word. Nobody notices the pause. Nobody sees the struggle. Inside your head, you are perfect. Your accent is clean. Your sentences are complete. Your confidence is high. In your head, you are the version of yourself you want to be. Outside, someone might see the real version, the version that pauses, the version that searches for words, the version that says, and I mean, and that version feels dangerous to show, so you stay inside, where it's safe, where nobody can see, where the perfect version of you still exists. But here's the thing nobody says out loud. That safe place is also a cage. It feels like home. It feels comfortable. It feels like you're getting ready. Always getting ready. Always almost ready, but never actually stepping out. And the longer you stay inside that head, the bigger the outside feels. The louder the silence gets, the heavier the fear becomes. Not because speaking got harder, but because you didn't speak, you think this is helping. The mental practice, the imaginary conversations, the silent rehearsals. You think it's building something. No, it feels like progress, but it keeps you stuck. Every single day you speak in your head instead of out loud is a day you teach your brain that speaking is something you prepare for, not something you just do. And that lesson goes deep. It becomes a habit, a reflex. Think first, perfect it first, then speak. But perfect never comes. So you never speak, and slowly, without even noticing, your English becomes this private thing, something that lives inside you, something only you can hear, something only you experience. Beautiful, maybe, detailed, maybe, but completely useless because nobody else can hear it. Language is not a thought. Language is a sound. Language is something that moves through air, something that lands in someone else's ears. And until it does that, it doesn't exist. Not really. Speaking in your head is control. Speaking out loud is risk. And for a long time now, you've been choosing control every time. The safe answer, the quiet nod, the simple reply instead of the real one, the short sentence instead of the full thought. Control, always control, because control feels smart. Control feels careful. Control feels like you're protecting yourself from embarrassment. But what are you actually protecting? A version of yourself that nobody else has ever seen. A version that only exists in your head. Next time a sentence forms in your head, say it out loud. Not tomorrow, not when you're ready, not when your English is better. Now, right now. Even if the words come out wrong. Even if you lose one word in the middle, even if it's slower than you wanted, even if it sounds different than what you planned, even if it's smaller, even if it's imperfect. Say it, because One real sentence spoken out loud is worth more than 1,000 perfect sentences kept inside. One real moment of actual speaking does more for your fluency than years of mental conversation. The voice you use in your head and the voice you use in real life are not the same muscle. You have to train the one that's actually heard. Don't keep your English in your head. It doesn't belong there. It was never meant to stay there. Bring it out into the air, into real moments, into real conversations. Even the uncomfortable ones, especially the uncomfortable ones, don't keep your English in your head. Bring it into the real world. Think less, speak more.